Hey guys, what is up? Long time no see. What got me to press the record button today is this YouTuber. It's Life by Maggie. If you don't know who she is a lifestyle YouTuber and she based her content around going to med school, and there's also a lot of pre-med content as well. Now, the reason why I'm talking about her today is because she's recently received so much backlash based off of her last video, which is I'm quitting medicine. Here's the full story. Now, I do want to put a disclaimer here. Anybody deciding they don't want to do something anymore just because they are not happy, good for you. That's not what this video is about, okay? This video is about someone who decided before they were even going to take the MCATS that they were going to build their business based off of being a medical student / pre-med social media influencer without really wanting to be a doctor. Let's get into it. So Maggie, she posts this video as I'm filming this a few days ago. And she starts off, I'm thinking, okay, I'm quitting medicine. Okay. But she spends like more than half of the video just talking about how much money she's made off of being in medical school. She's talked about how much money she's made off of creating courses for pre-med students, $600 courses or $597, $599, whatever, $600. If you get her discount, it's $500, right? But long story short, I'm sitting here thinking, okay, I'm here watching this person explain to us. Mind you, she's built her audience, built her income based off of the appeal that she is in the hopes someday going to be a medical doctor. And for the life of me, as I'm watching this video, I was like, no wonder this girl is receiving so much backlash. So Maggie starts off the video, shares with us how she started building her business, and she gets really detailed to the point where you're like, are you bragging or are you just sharing? Because sometimes it's hard when you're on the other side of the screen and you really want to deliver a message, right? And sometimes it just comes off as cringe or it comes off wrong, right? And so oftentimes I wondered, I'm like, did she just have a bad delivery? But she starts off this video really detailed and, oh, I have 60,000 followers. And, I was really wanting to start a course, start a business. And I was just trying to figure out how to do that. I started creating a website. And I started going down this path. Then I started a YouTube channel. And, she was very detailed. And I'm like, okay. And then I would say around 2 minutes, almost 3 minutes into the video, she starts saying that before she took the MCATS, this is a vision that she's had for herself. And I'm like, whoa. Like, so you mean to tell me that there was a chance that she just wanted to be a influencer and happened to be mind you, there's nothing wrong with being an influencer. There's nothing wrong with that. But you start to feel like, have you been scammed? Take a listen.
Actually, It's Life by Maggie started when I was sitting in the ambulance and I came across by Sophia Lee's income report of how she made $12,000 from her blog in June of 2020 or something. Because she now has 4 7-figure businesses, she no longer shares detailed income reports because she makes millions and because she has 4 separate businesses. In 2020, I stumbled upon that one income report and I was like, whoa. So I was 2 weeks out from taking the MCAT and I have a very obsessive personality. So I was like, okay, Maggie, let's chill the frick out because I know how this is about to be. I'm going to dive into this, become obsessed and work on it obsessively, but I need to take the MCAT first. So I pumped the brakes and I was like, let's get past this MCAT and then we can dive into this. And then I think I made it a little bit and I ended up diving into it a little bit before I took it, but I was so super ready.
So to me, when she had to hold herself back and be like, okay, wait, I had to tell myself, let me take the MCATs first. To me, I was like, usually when people take the MCATs, it's because, for whatever reason, people want to be doctors, but The goal is to get into school, get into medical school. And so I was like, oh, you took this as like your first step into creating your business. And I don't know how I feel about that, to be honest. She talks about the courses that she's charging pre-med students. I know a lot of people didn't like the fact that they were like, well, if Maggie didn't have the money, to, when she was in pre-med to pay $500 or $600 for a course, why would she charge other people? And then it starts to become very distasteful because you realize that this video was never meant for us. Are you remembering the audience that you're talking to? You were talking to people who followed you for med school, people who look up to you for med school. Now, I understand you're just a person. You're just like any other person who decided that they wanted to get up on camera and create content. I understand that. But there's a level of respect because majority of these people that follow her or watch her, she monetized off of them. And so for her to sit here and be like, and now guys, even though I'm quitting, I charge like $2,000 for one reel. That's my charging now. And that's all good and dandy. But I think her delivery behind all of this was very disrespectful because here we are, like, we are 12 minutes into this video and all Maggie is talking about is herself. And what I mean by that is that it's her channel. So of course she's talking about herself. It's giving, this is how I benefited off of you. And now I'm going to tell you more about it. Okay. I'm going to tell you more about how I benefited off of you. But to me, now I'm sitting here thinking, why would I purchase anything from you now when the appeal was that you were going to be a physician? She starts to forget that that was the selling point. And then you feel even more lied to. So after Maggie starts talking about her success, doesn't acknowledge that the audience is the reason for her success. She only acknowledges the courses that she's taken and the work that she's done. So after she talks about that, then she dives into saying, you know what? I really wanted to go into ortho surgery, but I realized that the work that I was putting into medical school wasn't really going to give me that result. And so she said that that was her first telling point, that she really didn't want to do medicine when she realized she wasn't fully giving it her all. Maggie then goes on to share with us that she also didn't get her research year and that she was really just left with family medicine. And then she was left with, well, I don't want to own my own practice because I'm already an entrepreneur. I already have my own successful business. So then she was kind of like, I don't really want to do medicine anymore. And that's okay. It's perfectly fine if you don't want to do medicine anymore. But she even like in that same sentence was like, ooh, maybe I'll dive into law school or maybe and it was kind of like these things are not easy. I understand that Maggie is a smart person. It just puts a bad taste in your mouth. She was forgetting the whole entire time in this video her audience. She's talking to people who want what she has, so it just came off as ungrateful. Take a listen.
But with my income goals that I'll share at the end, a $500 course isn't really how you get to $1 million business. So that's my current dilemma is like, okay, I like 7 figures is like the whole point of quitting medicine. I'm going to have a 7-figure business. So ideally, like a way that a lot of people get there is by having high ticket offers where they charge $2,000 or $5,000. So it's in the back of my mind to like maybe switch to a different niche related to, like, I've obviously been very successful growing my social media, or there's a lot of like specific things in business. Like I'm obsessed with analytics and like specific things I'm really good at within my business that I could like switch to that niche. But I've told myself that I'm not really going to do that until I've like hit some major milestones with my current business. I am interested in law school. I love school. So I've made a pact that I have to, well, I don't, pact is too strong because I actually haven't like written this down or like told myself I need to follow this. But I've been saying like at least 2 years after graduation, no school, because I really want to go to MBA school. And I am so curious about law school. But again, like law school, don't want a job. Can you, anyway, so no, Maggie, no, not yet. I think all the traditional, non-traditional things to do when you don't go to residency don't interest me, but like maybe I stay on the admissions committee for my med school and I like somehow get involved in med school education, or I, use my knowledge in some way. I don't really know, but like they're like I don't never want to think about medicine again.
Now, before I give you my opinions, Maggie ends the video by stating she has a 5-year plan, wants to live in the Midwest, wants 10 acres, 2 horses, and, she's gonna build her business to the top, basically selling how to get into med school content and live happily ever after. So that is her goal, right? It was a huge FU to everybody that supported her. And it's not because she decided she didn't want to go to her residency. If Maggie would have just stated, because this is marketable, what she's doing is very marketable. If she just would have stated, hey guys, I realized that me teaching has lifted so many people, has helped so many people that watch me, follow my content, bought my courses. If she would have fixated on that part of the video and focused on the people that matter, because those people are the reason why you're financially stable, why you have the income you do, why you bragged about making $190,000 in 2023. You know what I mean? Why you bragged about the sponsorships. Those are the people that matter. And she didn't talk about any of that. Not once did she ever talk about the people that got her there. And so it came off as very selfish. It was very obvious that she could not give a damn about anyone else except the money in her bank account. And of course, there's some people who are always going to come for anybody who, hey, I'm pursuing medical school and now I'm not anymore. Just like kind of how actors are like, hey, I'm done acting. Now I want to live on a farm, which is completely fine. But there's always going to be people who are like, oh my gosh, I wanted that and you have that and now you're giving it up. There's always going to be those people. But this delivery was not it. And I don't even see how her business could still be so successful. She's going to have to take it back. She's going to have to, I looked and I currently do not see the course that she was selling. I don't see that on her website anymore. She still has her website up and all of that, but I'm not seeing the $500 course. So maybe she took that down. Hey guys, me interrupting. Actually, I see it now. It's on the site. It's for $597. Here it is. So she is still selling that course for $597. There you go. But it's different from now Zachhighley's or Healy's. So if you don't know him, he is also a YouTuber who is known for going into medical school. He actually went into his residency and decided, being an intern, that it wasn't for him. And I watched Zach's video because a lot of people were comparing the two, and I felt like a lot of people were going the misogyny route. I feel like a lot of people were going he's a white male, so that's why people give him more praise. And I don't think that's it. I watched the whole hour-long episode with Zach, and I took some notes too with Zach. Sorry, my handwriting is horrible, but with Zach, just some little notes here. I wrote this fast because I was watching the video. Relatable. And he talks about the struggles, the love for medicine that he did have. He's a great storyteller, by the way. There was sympathy. He expressed that this was hard for him to sit here and tell his family, his friends that, hey, I don't want to do this anymore. Like, the whole energy of the video was kind of like, if you're going through this, you're not alone. It wasn't like me. This is how much I make. Like, it was a genuine video. It came from the heart, and it wasn't a selfish video, and it was enjoyable. There was a lot of life lessons you can actually take away from Zach's video. That quote still remains in my head. Is the juice worth the squeeze? There was you could tell that there was a lot of deep thought with Zach. With Maggie, she ends her video saying, maybe I could charge my $500, $600 course into maybe $2,000, but that would be my decision. It was very braggy, not about the people. She never cared about you. I can see why people do not support Maggie. I do not blame them. I think the backlash was well deserved. And I do think that Maggie should apologize, because I don't know what type of business she's going to have if she doesn't. I don't wish anything bad with her business and all. I just think that there was no way someone as smart as Maggie got up on camera and thought this was it. Like, this was the delivery. Because I think it's important to note that no, I'm not giving her backlash because she decided to quit medicine and to pursue this journey of teaching. I'm giving her backlash because of the delivery and the fact that the disrespect to the people that you monetized off of. That is why I'm giving her backlash. It came off as very disingenuous, like you never gave a damn to begin with. So guys, let me know what you think about this. It got me angry enough to post a video. This just pissed me off. I saw this at 2 a.m. scrolling through TikTok, and I was all for backing Maggie and being like, you know, people just need to leave people alone, because if they want to quit medicine, let them. If they want to, let them be happy, right? But then when I saw this video, I was like, whoa, it's still up? And I bet you it's still up because it has the views and it's about the money for her. So that's why it's still up. It was never about the people. Anyways, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you soon, hopefully on the next video. Bye, guys.